Yeah, welcome back everybody. We're going to continue with the 2017 fundamental past questions. Let's go straight to it. The last one we did was number 30. So the next one is number 31. The table, we have a table. Let's draw that. Let's draw the table. That's it. The table shows the result of tossing a fair die 150 times. Okay, this represents the faces, the numbers on the die, while this represents the frequency of each of them. One was tossed 12 times, one shows up 12 times, two shows up 18 times, 3 shows up Y times, 4 shows up 30 times, 5 shows up 2Y times, and 6 shows up 45 times. Now find the probability of obtaining a 5, which is number 31. The probability of obtaining a 5 is going to be the number of times a 5 shows up divided by the total number of times the die was tossed. That's 2y over 150. We need to find y to be able to find that. So 12 plus the sum of all the frequencies is 150. So 12 plus 18 plus y plus 30 plus 2y plus 45 equals 150. 12 plus 18 is 30. 30 plus 30 is 60 plus 45, 105. That means 105 plus y plus 2y is 3y equals 150. And that simply means 3y equals 150 minus 105, which means 3y equals 45. And we divide both sides by 3 to get y, which gives us y equals 15. That means the probability of obtaining a 5, which is 2y over 150, is going to be 2 times 15 all over 150. And that's 30 over 150, which is 1 over 5. So the option that matches that is C. That means the answer to 31 is C. Straight we go to the next, which is number 32. Find the mode. The mode is a number which shows the most times, and that's 6. 6 shows 45 times, so the mode is 6. We can see now that 5 shows 2y times, which means 5 shows 30 times. 4 also shows 30 times. So the one that shows the most times is 6, and it shows 45 times. So we go to the next, which is number 33. Given that A equals 5i plus 4j and B equals 3i plus 7j, evaluate 3a minus 8b. That's equal to 3 times 5i plus 4j minus 8 times 3i plus 7j. And that simply means 15i plus 12j minus 24i minus 56j. Now 15i minus 24i is minus 9i, and 12j minus 56j is minus 44j. And that simply means 3a minus 8b is minus 9i minus 44j. And the option that matches that is C. So number 33, the answer to 33 is C. We go straight to the next, which is 34. A force 10i plus 4j newtons acts on a body of mass 2 kilograms, which is at rest. Find the velocity after 3 seconds. Let F be the force, and that's 10i plus 4j newtons. And the mass of the body it acts on is 2 kilograms. Find the velocity after 3 seconds. Time is 3 seconds. First of all, I need to find acceleration. F is ma, that means A equals F over m, which simply means 10i plus 4j over 2, and that's 10i over 2 plus 4j over 2, which is 5i plus 2j. So the acceleration is 5i plus 2j meters per second squared. Now we know the formula v equals u plus at. Since the body was at rest, that means u is 0. So v is 0 plus 5i plus 2j times t, which is 3. And that simply means 15i plus 6j meters per second. And that's the velocity, 15i plus 6j meters per second. And the option that matches that is D. So the answer is D. We go straight to the next, which is number 35. Find the magnitude and direction of the vector P equals 5i minus 12j. The magnitude is the same as the modulus of P, and that's the square root of 5 squared plus minus 12 squared, which simply means square root of 25 plus 144, and that's the square root of 169, which is 13. Now the direction of the vector is given by, let theta be the direction, so tan theta will be equal to the vertical component divided by horizontal component. That's minus 12 over 5. If you sketch that, this is what it's going to look like. It is on the x-axis, it is 5. So this place is 5, and on the y-axis, it is minus 12. So that means this is minus 12. So the angle, the direction is going to be theta, and that is tan minus 12 over 5. Tan theta equals minus 12 over 5. And that means theta equals tan inverse of minus 12. The negative sign is only to show that it is in the negative direction. So theta equals tan inverse of minus 12 over 5. And that means tan inverse of minus 12 divided by 5, which is minus 67.38. The sign only shows direction, so the direction is therefore 67. Direction of the vector is therefore 67.38 degrees. So what's the correct option? Magnitude is 13 and direction is 67.38, which is the same as 67.38 degrees. So the correct option is B. Number 35 is B. We go straight to the next, which is 36. Question 36. 36. Solve 3 raised to the power 2x minus 3 raised to the power x plus 2 equals 3 raised to the power x minus 1 minus 27. I think I should write that 3 raised to the power 2x minus 3 raised to the power x plus 2 equals 3 raised to the power x minus 1 minus 27. That's number. So that's a question. Now, how do we go about that? This is the same as saying 3 raised to the power 2x simply means 3 raised to the power x raised to the power 2 minus 3 raised to the power x plus 2 is the same as 3 raised to the power x times 3 raised to the power 2, and that's equal to 3 raised to the power x minus 1 is the same as 3 raised to the power x divided by 3 raised to the power 1. 3 raised to the power 1 is the same as 3, minus 27. So I can write this as 3 raised to the power x all squared minus 9 times 3 raised to the power x equals 3 raised to the power x all over 3 divided by 3 raised to the power 1 means all over 3 minus 27. Now to clear the fractions, I want to multiply through by. Do I need to do that? Okay, maybe I should do this first of all. Let k be equal to 3 raised to the power x. Let k be equal to 3 raised to the power x. That means my equation becomes k squared. My equation becomes k squared. K squared minus 9k. Wherever you see 3 raised to the power x, you write k equals k over 3 minus 27. Now I'm multiplying through by 3 to clear the fractions, and I'm going to have 3k squared minus 27k equals k minus 3 times 27 is 81. And now let's bring everything to everything on the left hand side, on the right hand side, to the left hand side. So that means 3k squared minus 27k minus k. When plus k comes to the left hand side, it becomes minus k. When minus 81 goes to the left hand side, it becomes plus 81 equals 0. Now that's it. That's 3k squared minus 27k minus k is minus 28k plus 81 equals 0. Now can we factorize? Maybe we should have been already done. Okay, can we factorize that? Let's see. Minus 28. If I cannot factorize, then I'll just solve by the formula method so as not to waste time. Let's see, 3 times 81 is 243. Let me divide that by 243. Does that make any? I'm using the formula method, so k will be minus b. Here a is the coefficient of k squared, which is 3. B is the coefficient of k, which is minus 28, and c is the constant, which is plus 81. So k equals minus b, which means minus into bracket minus 28 plus or minus root b squared, and that's minus 28 squared minus 4ac, which means minus 4 times 3. That space is going to be quite small. I have to rewrite it so that space will contain it. K equals minus b, that's minus 28, because b is already a negative value, plus or minus root b squared, which is minus 28 squared, minus 4ac, that's minus 4 times a, which is 3, times c, which is 81, all over 2a, which means all over 2 times 3, and that becomes plus 28 plus or minus root. What's minus 28 squared? The square of minus 28 is 784 minus 4 times 3 times 81. 4 times 3 times 81. That's, that's correct. Minus 4ac. 4 times 3 times 81. Let's check that again. 28 minus 28 squared. That's 784. 4 times 3 times 81 minus 4ac. I hope there's no error in this question. 4 times 3 times 81. 4 times 3 times 81. 972. It can't be a negative value. 3 is by x minus 1, 3 is by x plus 2. Minus 27. Let me go over the question again. 3 is by 2, that's 3x. Minus 3 is by x times 3 is by 2 equals 3 is by x divided by 3 is by 1 minus 27. That means 3 is by x all squared minus 9 times 3 is by x equals 3 is by x over 3 minus 20. Multiply 3 by 3. Okay, k is 3 is by x. That means k squared minus 9k equals k over 3 minus 27. And if I multiply through by 3, I'm going to have 3k squared minus 27k equals k minus 81. Yeah, 27 times 3 is 81. And when I move them to the left hand side, everything on the right hand side to the left hand side, We'll have 3k squared minus 27k minus k plus 81 equals 0. And that's 3k squared minus 28k plus 81 equals 0. So A is 3, B is minus 28, and C is 81. So minus B, which means minus into bracket minus 28 plus or minus root B squared, minus 28 squared, which is 74, minus 4AC, minus 4 times 3 times 81. I think there's an error obviously in the question. There's an error in the question, so let's keep number 36. There's a typo somewhere in the question, I'm sure. Let's go to the next, and if I find the correct thing later, we may redo it. So let's waste time. Now the next one is going to be 37. Number 37. The velocity v of a particle in meters per second after t seconds is given by v equals 3t squared plus 2t minus 1. Find the acceleration of the particle after 2 seconds. Acceleration is a derivative of velocity. So A will be dv dt, which means 6t plus 2. That's acceleration. I want to find the acceleration after t seconds. That means after 2 seconds. That means after 2 seconds, A will be equal to 6 times 2. After 2 seconds, A will be 6 times 2 plus 2. And that's 12 plus 2, which is 14 meters per second squared. That was a piece of cake. And straight we go to the next, which is number 38. Given that f of x is equal to 2x squared minus 3 and g of x is equal to x plus 1, where x is a member of R, find g of f of x. G of f of x. Find g of f of x. First of all, if you want to find g of f of x, that simply means g of f of x will be equal to g of 2x squared minus 3. The trick here is that whenever you see x in g of x, you write 2x squared minus 3. So if g of x is x plus 1 and f of x is 2x squared minus 3, g of x is x plus 1 and f of x is 2x squared minus 3. That means g of f of x will be g of 2x squared minus 3. And that will be 2x squared. I'm substituting 2x squared minus 3 for x now in g of x. 2x squared minus 3 plus 1. And that's the same as 2x squared minus 2. And I'm sure they would factorize that. That's 2 into bracket x squared minus 1. That's g of f of x. So that simply means g of f of x is equal to 2 into bracket x squared minus 1. And the correct option is A. You go straight to the next, which is number 39. Number 39. If 2x squared minus x minus 3 is a factor of f of x, which is equal to 2x cubed minus 5x squared minus x plus 6. The factor of f of x, and that f of x is equal to 2x cubed minus 5x squared minus x plus 6. Find the other factor. This is simple. We can find the other factor by dividing f of x by 2x squared minus x minus 3. And that's what I'm going to do here. I'm dividing f of x, which is 2x cubed. Or better still, I can check here if 2x squared minus x minus 3 can be factorized. Let's see, that's going to be 2x squared. What do I multiply to get minus 6x squared and add to get minus x? So that means that will be 3x minus, no, that will be 2x minus 3x. So that's plus 2x minus 3x. That will give me minus x when I add, and it will give me minus 6x squared when I multiply. 2x squared plus 2x minus 3x and then minus 3. When you add this, you get minus x, and when you multiply, you get minus 6x squared. That's the trick for factorization. So that simply means 2x into bracket x plus 1 minus 3 into bracket x plus 1, and that's 2x minus 3 times x plus 1. So 2x squared minus x minus 3 is the same as 2x minus 3 times x plus 1. That simply means if this is a factor of f of x, then each of these will also be a factor of f of x. If this is a factor of f of x, then the factors of 2x squared minus x minus 3 will also be factors of f of x. So I can just divide, to know the third factor, I'll just divide f of x by any one of these factors. I'm choosing to divide by x plus 1, that looks simpler. So I'm dividing f of x, which is 2x cubed minus 5x squared minus x plus 6 by x plus 1. So 2x cubed divided by x, that's 2x squared. And whenever you get an answer, you multiply the whole of this by the answer. So x times 2x squared, that's 2x cubed. 1 times 2x squared, that's 2x squared. Now we subtract as usual. 2x cubed minus 2x cubed is 0. Minus 5x squared, here minus times plus is minus. So that means minus 5x squared minus 2x squared. That's going to be minus 7x squared. The next thing is to bring down the next 10, which is minus x. And I go again, minus 7x squared divided by x, that's minus 7x. Then you multiply again the whole of this by minus 7x. X times minus 7x is minus 7x squared. And plus 1 times minus 7x is minus 7x. We subtract again. Minus 7x squared minus 7x squared will mean minus 7x squared plus 7x squared. And that's 0. Minus x, minus times minus here is plus. So that means minus x plus 7x, which is 6x. And the next thing is to bring down the next term, which is plus 6. So we have 6x plus 6. Now we divide 6x by x. 6x divided by x is 6. And we then multiply the whole of this by 6. X times 6 is 6x. And 1 times 6 is 6. Now we subtract. 6x minus 6x is 0. 6 minus 6 is 0. In fact, 6x plus 6 minus 6x plus 6 is 0. Therefore, the other factor, what is the other factor? Here they said we should find the other factor. Find the other factor. Oh, this will give me, what I've just done now is giving me a factor that has 2 factors. So it's better to just divide f of x by, or if I don't want to go through that route, I can factorize 2x squared minus x. I think that's a long process. If you want to find one more factor, divide the polynomial by the quadratic factor. Don't divide it by a linear factor. If you divide by a linear factor, you are going to get another quadratic factor. So I really didn't need to factorize this. I should have just divided straight. I was thinking that would be simpler. So let's go straight to it. F of x is 2x cubed. So if you want to find the third factor of a polynomial of degree 3, when one factor of it, which is quadratic, is given, just divide that polynomial straight by the quadratic factor. Don't factorize the quadratic factor. Otherwise, you get another quadratic factor. So now I'm dividing by the quadratic factor to get only the remaining factor. So this quadratic factor already has 2 factors in it. So I need the last one. Now 2x cubed divided by 2x squared is x. So I multiply the whole of this by x. And that means 2x cubed minus x squared minus 3x. We subtract now. 2x cubed minus 2x cubed is 0. Minus times minus is plus. So minus 5x minus x squared. Minus 5x squared minus x squared will mean minus 5x squared plus x squared, which will be minus 4x squared. Now, minus x minus 3x is the same as minus x plus 3x, and that's 2x. So we divide again. Minus 4x squared divided by 2x squared. That's going to be minus 2. Yeah. And then we multiply the whole of this by minus 2, which means minus 4x squared. Oh, yeah. Here, when we did this, after our subtraction here, we're supposed to bring down the next term, which is 6. So now, I'm going to multiply the whole of this by minus 2, and that means minus 4x squared plus 2x squared plus 6. And now if I subtract, I can see that the whole of this is the same as the whole of this. So subtraction will just give me 0. That will be 0. And that shows that 2x squared minus x minus 3 is actually a factor of f of x. So that means the other factor is x minus 2. The other factor is therefore x minus 2. What this simply means is that f of x is the same as 2x squared minus x minus 3 times x minus 2. This one has 2 factors in it. So the other factor is x minus 2, and the correct option is A. Straight we go to the last one, which is number 40. If the set P whose elements are described by n squared plus 1 such that n equals 0, 2, 3, and the set Q has elements n plus 1 such that n equals 2, 3, 5. Find P intersection Q. To find P intersection Q, we need to state all of the elements of P and Q completely. Yeah, we need to write out all of the elements of P and Q, or state the sets P and Q in full. So it is n squared plus 1, and n starts from 0. The values of n are 0, 2, 3. So 0 squared plus 1 is going to be 0 plus 1, that's 1. 2 squared plus 1 is 2 squared, 4 plus 1, 5. And 3 squared plus 1 will be 3 squared, 9 plus 1, 10. So the elements of the set P are 1, 5, and 10. For Q, the elements of Q are such that n plus 1 are n plus 1 such that n equals 2, 3, 5. So 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 1 is 4, and 5 plus 1 is 6. So these are the elements of Q. That therefore means the set P intersection Q has elements. The set P intersection Q doesn't have any elements, is empty, because there are no common elements to sets P and Q. That therefore means the set P intersection Q is empty, and the correct option is D. And that's it, very, very simply. Sorry for going the long route to answer one or two of your questions. It's funny at times, how you don't think of the smartest way to go about it until you have tried an approach. All right, that's going to be it. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next. Bye-bye.